A very good morning, students. Let us continue with the chapter Pronouns. In today's class, we shall learn about distributive pronouns, indefinite pronouns, and relative pronouns. Let us begin with distributive pronouns first. Distributive pronouns are words such as each, either, and neither that refer to persons or things taken as a unit. Now, taken as a unit means when the noun to which the pronoun refers to is one individual or a single thing. It does not stand for groups. Let us read examples here given. Each of them took turns to help out with the project. Now, each of them here referring to each of the individuals. This does not talk about any group but referring to each individual. Either of you can take the free passes for the show. Again, either stands for one single person, indicating one individual. So, each, either, and neither are used as distributive pronouns. Next, we refer to indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that refer to persons or things in a general way. These things are not definite, specific, or exact. Okay, indefinite pronouns, contrary to the distributive pronouns, do not stand for any definite, exact, or specific person or things. Therefore, words like all, some, few, everyone, everybody, nobody, many, none, one, etc. are used as indefinite pronouns. Example, anyone can solve this problem. Anyone does not stand for any specific person or any particular person. Many enjoy traveling. Again, many here stands or talks about all those people who enjoy traveling, not referring to any one individual or any specific or exact person. Therefore, these are used as indefinite pronouns. Next, let us move on to relative pronouns. Relative pronouns, let me tell you, is very important, children. It is important because relative pronouns help us to join sentences, which will be a very important part of English language, especially the grammar portion later in your higher classes. Now, relative pronouns such as who, which, that, whom, whose, what, that link a phrase or clause to another in a sentence are called relative pronouns. Apart from these words, who, which, that, whom, whose, what, also compound words like whoever, whomsoever, whatever, whichever are used as relative pronouns. Let us see some examples. The boy who came with my father yesterday is my brother. Now, which is a relative pronoun in this sentence? It is who. If you consider this sentence minutely, you will see that the relative pronoun who here does the work of joining two clauses, the main clause and the subordinate clause. The main clause in this sentence is the boy is my brother, and who came with my father yesterday is the subordinate clause. Now, these two clauses are joined by the relative pronoun who. In the next sentence also, please read the poem that Wordsworth wrote. If we split this sentence into two, we find that these can be joined by the relative pronoun that. Okay, apart from this, what is important for you to know is which word exactly should be used for as a relative pronoun for which subject. Relative pronouns such as who and whose are always used to refer to animate subjects. Remember, for inanimate subjects, we do not use who or whose. We always use who or whose for animate subjects, especially for human beings. Whom is used to refer to an object of a verb or a preposition. Okay, whom is used, for example, let us consider an example. You can see this example given here in the tip in the green box above. To whom was the performance dedicated? In this example, we find to whom. Whom is used here as an object to the preposition to. Therefore, this is how we use whom as a relative pronoun, which is used for animate and inanimate subjects. That can be used for both animate and inanimate subjects. What is used when there is no antecedent mentioned? it is used for things is usually to mean the thing which. So what does not require any antecedent before this to be used in a sentence. It is usually used to mean the thing which we are talking about. Example, I already have what I want. In this example, I already have what I want. What here talks about, what does it refer to? It refers to the particular thing that I am talking about, things which I want. Okay, I'm sure this is clear to you. The next important part on relative pronouns is its placement and omission. Now this is very important. It is very important to know exactly where to place relative pronouns. We cannot place relative pronouns anywhere we like, because that will tend to distort the meaning of the sentence. Let us consider some examples. The thief was caught by the police who stole the diamond. Now, if you understand the sentence, the thief was caught by the police who stole the diamond. Who do you think had stolen the diamond, the thief or the police? Definitely the thief and not the police. But the sentence here, if who is placed after the police, it means as if, it indicates as if the police had stolen the diamond. Therefore the meaning stands wrong. So it is very important for us to use relative pronouns correctly, in the correct position. We cannot place them after any antecedent we like. We have to use them exactly after the right antecedent, so as to find ourselves framing correct, grammatically correct sentences. The thief who stole the diamond was caught by the police. This is the right one. The thief who stole the diamond. So stealing the diamond here is connected with the thief and not with the police. So the thief who stole the diamond was caught by the police stands with a correct meaning. Now relative pronouns omission. Relative pronouns sometimes may be omitted. Omitted in the sense, what we do is we omit the relative pronoun, and usually the preposition which stands before it, the place of the position of the preposition is changed, and therefore we get a grammatically correct sentence. Let us see an example. The person to whom I dedicate this book is my mother. Okay, the person to whom I dedicate this book is my mother, which is the relative pronoun here, whom, right? Now if we omit whom, the person to I dedicate this book is my mother. Is it a grammatically correct sentence? No, it is not. But when we change the position of the preposition to, we do find that a correct sentence can be framed. Like, the person I dedicate this book to is my mother. Isn't this a correct one? Yes, it is. Next example. The train by which we often travel is the Rajdhani Express. The train, if we omit which, the train we often travel by is the Rajdhani Express. This is again a grammatically correct sentence. Hence, placement of relative pronouns is to be done very carefully. It should be connected with the correct antecedent, and omission of relative pronouns also should be done correctly, and the position of the preposition should be placed in the right place so as to form grammatically correct sentences. You see, the examples are given here. The person I dedicate this book to is my mother. The train we often travel by is the Rajdhani Express. So these are the sentences where the relative pronouns are omitted and the position of the pronouns of the prepositions are changed so as to find correct sentences. Okay, now one more important part related to the relative pronouns is relative pronouns used in joining sentences. Okay, relative pronouns can be used to join different sentences. They are usually done with words like who, which, or that. Here in these sentences you find examples with these relative pronouns, but definitely other relative pronouns that we have discussed earlier are also used to join sentences. Let us read these examples. A boy received a prize for saving a dog. I want to meet the boy. Now if we join these two sentences with a relative pronoun, the sentence would stand as, I want to meet the boy who received a prize for saving a dog. This is my mobile phone. This does not work. This is my mobile phone which does not work. Okay, for another, let us take another example. Sarah is going to visit her aunt for the summer holidays. Her aunt lives in Mumbai. So if we join these two sentences, how do we write it? Sarah is going to visit her aunt who lives in Mumbai, comma, for the summer holidays. A wasp is an insect, it stings. How do we join this? A wasp is an insect that stings or which stings. Okay, so we come to the end of the explanation of this chapter. You will find there are quite a few exercises related to these three relative pronouns that I have explained to you today. Your homework will be to try to write these answers, to work out these exercises on your own. And in my next class, I'll be sending you a Word doc, as I have been sending you all these days, with all the answer key to these particular exercises. You will be doing these exercises in your book itself, not in your copies. In the book itself, I repeat, and you will be verifying your answers with the ones that I give once you receive the Word document. Okay, thank you children. I hope I could make the chapter clear to you. This is actually enhancing your listening skills a lot. So these audios definitely are helping you in some way or the other. Thank you for today. Wait for my answer key to be sent in the next class. Thank you so much children.